Why is speaking English so hard? You can understand English when you hear it, but when it comes time to speak, you struggle a lot and you feel bad about this because you think, at this point, I should be able to speak better. Does that sound familiar? But I'm here to tell you that it's not just completely normal to feel this way, but also to acknowledge that speaking simply is extremely difficult. Speaking is so much more than just knowing words and putting sentences together. The moment you start speaking, there's a million things your brain suddenly has to focus on, most of which we don't even think about. It's about pronunciation, intonation, pacing, body language, and gestures. It's about telling a story from start to finish in a way that actually makes sense to the other person. It's about using grammar correctly without having time to think about it. And on top of all of that, you still have to focus on the other person, understanding what they are saying, and making sure your response actually fits the conversation. So, no wonder speaking feels like the hardest part. I'm not saying this to demotivate you, I'm saying this to make it easier for you to be patient with yourself and to acknowledge and even appreciate how complex speaking really is. But having said that, it doesn't mean that you should just give up on speaking as a whole. It's actually the opposite. You should lean into the discomfort and embrace the struggle. And this applies on pretty much everything in life, because doing the hard stuff is actually what will push you forward. And remember that the only way to actually get better at speaking is by actively practicing using the language.